Hey everybody, Johnny Vivento. I'm back here again. This is my fourth video today. I need some practice. I've been really bad recently. I haven't done it for 6, 7 weeks now, and I thought I'd give it a shot again. Now I'm back in Colorado. I'm going to give you my story. Okay, I had a goal when I came here. I only had a few $1,000s. I thought I'm going to start again. I'm going to see how I can do this. So I came back with $5,000. All right. And I said to my wife, so I'm going to make it on that, and you're going to come over here in a couple of months. I'm going to be all set, okay? Because I have a lot of storage stuff. Well, it didn't work out that way. I was going to buy a used car, a cheap one for a couple of $1,000s, and then my son had this idea. He said, "Dad, you should buy an electric car." Okay, so I went to the dealership, tried a few electric cars out, and I ended up buying a Nissan Ariya Evolve, and I leased it for 2 years. Okay, and it only costs, with the accident package, $91 a month, if you can believe that. $91 a month. My credit's pretty okay, so I have $91 a month. Down payment, I think I put down $2,800, something like that. The insurance was the expensive part, but I thought, okay, what the hell, let's do it. So I have a car to run around in, which I've been doing now for the last 7 weeks. I'm still a minimalist. I have a couple of suitcases here in the United States. I have everything, of course, in Mexico. And I thought I'll be like Sarasota Tim, a minimalist. Well, he's not really a minimalist. He has some great toys, doesn't he? He really does. So, and I don't have that, but I thought I'd give it a shot. I need a side gig, okay? I need something to do, like a job. And I've applied, and maybe because of my age, I'm 67 years old, I haven't been successful in the kind of jobs I would like to do. So I'm just giving you that. I'm putting that out there, so things have been pretty expensive. I had free rent for the first month. Now, for the last couple of weeks, I've had to live in hotels and things like that, inexpensive hotels and bed and breakfast, that kind of thing. So I'm with my son. He's on his way to Mexico, so he left his apartment, and he's leaving. Waiting for the passport is the tough part, I don't have many subscribers, so I really hope that you please subscribe to me and press the like button. I'd really appreciate it, because I want to try and get on a level with Sarasota Tim. Maybe I can do that in the next 10 years, maybe. I'll be on his level, because Sarasota Tim is blowing everybody out the water. Okay, let's be honest. He's blowing everybody out the water. He's doing 4 or 5 videos a day that I've noticed. He's doing some great content as well, stuff that people want to see, especially retired people. People on Social Security, they want to see a guy who's making it on that kind of money, even though he isn't. He's making more than that, but he's actually quite frugal in the way that he buys things, like his his food and his his stuff that he gets, and he's quite frugal, going around Walmart. We're watching him in Costco and in Buc-ee's and places like that. But it's kind of like a lot of fun, it really is. And it's nice to watch. It's kind of like a soothing kind of soothing watch, especially for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. But hi, are you the lady that stopped for me last night?
No.
Oh, it's another lady who works at the library. I'm sorry. Honestly, sorry. So anyway, sorry about that. Last night I was in the parking lot here in the library, and I was just in my car. I was looking at my phone, and a lady stopped, and she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah." I got out. I said, "Yeah, I am." I was just there looking at my phone outside. She thought, as an older senior citizen, I guess, I was in my car and I got to have my head down. But actually, I was just looking at my phone. You do when you look at your phone, your head is down like that. Well, that's what happened. My son has been watching Sarasota Tim videos, and he says, "Dad, you're not as exciting. You're not as exciting. You're not as interesting as Sarasota Tim." I agree. Not many are. I'm telling you, all these people are his detractors and his enemies, as we say, enemies. They really are, what can I say, not as interesting as Sarasota Tim. They couldn't do what he does. I mean, he couldn't. There's no way they can get up in the morning, make their bacon and eggs, and have their muesli or whatever, their nice cup of coffee, the best cup of coffee I've had in my life. They could never, ever do that. They just wouldn't have it. They just don't have the gift of gab. And so what happens is they just want to, they need money, okay? So they have to slag him off. You know, they have to like really, really put him down. And really, he should not be put down because he's doing a great, 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 great job. He's got 68,000, 110,000 subscribers. That's what he has, and he's getting lots of views every single day. You know, sometimes I've been adding him up. You know, he's getting like 10,000 views a day, on average, 10 to 15,000, which is a lot. You know, and he's making a little money. I'm sure he's making a few thousand a month, maybe 5,000 a month. You know, he's doing okay, and good luck to him because he deserves it. He's actually put the channel together. A lot of people are saying we should go to jail. He's done this and done that and that. I disagree. I don't think he's been doing that kind of stuff. And I'm monotonous. I mean, I'm talking the same thing I've been talking through 30 videos, but I just have to put it out there before I do my own stuff. God bless Sarasota Tim. Okay, he's doing okay, and people like to watch the guy. About the retirement stuff, let's go into this again, because if you can do it, do it. You know, Sarasota Tim came out with this stuff about, you know, dying in your 70s, okay, and people are saying, oh my God, that's not true. You know, it's 83, 84 for women and 82 for men. It's actually not true. Well, actually you're wrong. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. How do you know that the government's figures are correct? Okay, you actually don't know that, do you? Okay, from what I've seen in Mexico about the people living on my compound, like where I live, it's not really a compound, it's like a community in Mexico by the Pacific. Actually, to be honest with you, I mean, it's true, you know, they're getting diseases, cancer, that kind of stuff. That's what they're doing. And, you know, and they're very young. I mean, I have somebody in my complex who's 64 years old. Is in stage 4 cancer. I have another one who lives a few houses from me, from my apartment in Mexico, and she is only 58 years old. She lives in Las Vegas half the year in Puerto Vallarta, and she has she's going through chemo right now, 58 years old. I have a lady who lives opposite me who's also been diagnosed with lung cancer, and she is only 68 years old, I believe. And there's a gentleman, he's a Mexican gentleman who lives on the other side of my complex, has also been diagnosed with cancer. He actually has skin cancer, and it's absolutely horrible. It's a horrible disease. And he is only in his 50s. So just to show you that you know, Sarasota Tim has the right idea, because it can be over for anybody very, very quickly. And I've had people close to me pass away in the last 6 years. You know, I had people in one place that I worked, 4 people passed away. Now they have 120 employees, okay, at one time, and I was employed there for quite a number of years, and 4 people passed away during COVID who worked with me, who I remember, who, you know, amazing. 4 people. It can happen any time. One of them was 49 years old, and one was 39 years old. Okay, the others, yeah, okay, they were quite old, 69, and I think one of them was in the 70s, late 70s actually, who I worked with many, many years ago. But it can happen. You know, don't think it's 80, 83, oh, I'm going to live it. No. I'm telling you, it's not. It doesn't work that way. It isn't. And Sarasota Tim is correct. It can be over any time, okay? Last night I saw a horrendous accident here in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. I think it claimed a couple of lives, but I'm just saying that it can happen to anybody anytime, you know. So if you can retire and take it easy, okay, just take it easy. You know, like myself, I'm here, I'm taking it easy, I'm buying and selling a few things, and I'm doing markets and whatever, this weekend especially, but just take it nice and easy. You don't have to go overboard and go to work and like slug out till you're 70 years old. You don't have to do that. You know, there's other ways, and there's other means of making a living, you know. But anyway, I just had to come out with that. So that's another thing for Sarasota Tim, that he is actually pushing out there about this retirement thing. Now, the retirement to Mexico, I've gone on about this like 20 times or 30 times in my videos, that anybody can do it. And the best place is Mexico because it's close to the United States. Okay, you don't want to go to Colombia, it's too far. Venezuela, you know, well, not Venezuela, but Colombia, Honduras, Guatemala. I do know people actually who live in Guatemala. They're from the UK and they live in Guatemala, and they love it. It's a wonderful place. They actually, you know, swear by this place. But I'm talking about Mexico, where I moved to a few years back. I've actually had a place in Mexico now for 5 or 6 years. Okay, and I sold one, and I've got a couple of apartments now. And you know, I live with my new wife, who I've only been married to a couple of years, and we do well. You know, everything's great, everything's cool. She's going to be here in Colorado very, very soon, maybe in the next month or 6 weeks or 8 weeks. We're not sure yet, because we're just dealing with holiday makers who are coming over from Canada, like snowbirds, and they'll be gone at the end of March. Middle of April. Okay, so she has to deal with those people, but she will be here. The cost of living here is absolutely horrendous. Okay, and I'm not I don't eat eggs. It's rare. You know, in Mexico, eggs are only $2 for a dozen, but I rarely eat them. My wife will vouch for that. Whenever we get 12 eggs, she eats 10 of them. I very rarely eat an egg. Okay, what I do like is I like hard-boiled eggs. Okay, because it's a great thing. I love hard-boiled eggs, and I make 4 or 5, you know, in a pot, and I eat a couple that day, and I love it with a piece of bread or whatever, you know. That's me. That's rare though. It's once a month. But here, $10, $12. People are paying $12 for 12 eggs. Safeway, King Super, which we have in Whole Foods, actually are cheaper. You can get, I think you can get a dozen eggs in Whole Foods for something like $7.50 or $8. Okay, and people are going there to buy eggs, and they're doing it because they want to, you know, they want to attract people into their store. And sometimes they put them down to $6. They attract people into the store because you're not just going to buy eggs, you're going to buy something else, right? But that's what they're doing, and it's quite a clever ploy, you know. It's kind of like the dollar store, who sometimes have some great things in the dollar store. They really do. They have some wonderful stuff for sale, and it's gone within one day. But you just buy that? No, you buy other things. You know, you go, oh, you see your mouthwash, you see, and you're there and you're buying. And that's, the dollar store attract people with certain things that they sell at a massive discount. So anyway, the cost of living here is quite amazing, quite horrendous. The price of apartments here in Colorado is absolutely criminal, and I'll tell you the reason why. My daughter told me about this site called, it's a very good site actually, I've got to be honest, it's called Furnish Finders. And what they do is people rent rooms in their home at a price, you know, just a room, and you share bathroom facilities usually, and you can actually use their kitchen, and people do it because they need help with a mortgage, you know, in certain places. So where I live is quite a nice area, so I put in up to, I made a mistake. I was going to put up to $1,200, but I put up to $1,600 by mistake, 12 to 16. Well, if you'd have seen how many people contacted me, amazing amount. I mean, I must have had 80 messages the first day where people will rent their place out for between 14 and 16 for one room. One like 12 by 10 room, or even a 10 by 8 room. I mean, one room with sharing a bathroom, sharing a kitchen, doesn't have your own private entrance. I mean, you're coming through a main entrance. But what I'm trying to get at is that people are that's what they're doing. That's how much this, and it's criminal. really, you can't justify, you know, asking $1,500 for one little room. You can in Manhattan, in LA. Yeah, I agree. Manhattan, LA, but the wages are so much higher that, you know, you work in Manhattan and there's not enough room for everybody living there. So if you rent a room out, okay, I get it, you know. So the person that's living there is probably making a lot of money, you know, it's a different matter. But here in Denver, or if you go to, I was looking at other sites, Chicago, I was looking at Dallas, Texas, Houston, Phoenix as well. My daughter lives in Phoenix. I'm telling you, it's crazy expensive there. But what I'm trying to get at is that I took that ad off and I put one up to 1,200. Well, I didn't get that many, you know, responses. But I got to tell you that they were in the very, very poor neighborhoods in this area. I was getting up to $1,200. You know, quite. No, I'm not saying dangerous, but not such nice areas. You know, so I'm just telling you, people are really, really coining renting out their places on Furnish Finders. I've got to tell you, they're doing incredible. You know, because you have a guy, he has a 6-bedroom house, and he's renting every single one for $1,500. Okay, except his own. Or he might live in another site. That's possible. But that's how much money they're making. They're doing very, very well at it. And good luck to them. But I'm telling you, it's really pushing a lot of people away from here. We've got a lot of Californians coming over now. Since the fires, we've Californian plates everywhere here in Colorado, and they're really pushing the prices up. They really are. I mean, they are really, really pushing the prices up. Houses have really gone up by a considerable amount, even though somebody said there's going to be a crash. I doubt it. The amount of Californians coming here, I doubt it very, very, very much. Okay. Well, anyway, so getting that out of the way, I've actually found a little place to live, which is okay. I pay $1,000 a month for it. It's kind of small, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. It's a room, and I don't really need anything. I eat out. I don't really eat in the house. I just have a little coffee maker or whatever, and I have a sink. You know, I can make coffee and whatever. But I'd rather be in Sarasota Tim's camp, to be honest. His camp is great, but you know, it's nice to be back. You know, it really is. It's nice and clean here. It's nice and fresh, and the people are very nice. Everyone's kind of like, you know, this is kind of like a well-to-do kind of neighborhood where I am at the moment, and I kind of like it. I really miss Mexico, to be honest with you, and I would like to reiterate what I was talking about before about Mexico, about how you can do this. On every video I tell everybody the way to do it. It's easy. You know, they are not stopping you coming into the country. They're really not. And just go to Mexico, get your 6-month stamp. Look at the country first. If you want to stay, great. If you want to stay, if you don't want to stay, no problem. But at least give yourself 6 months, or even 3. Just give yourself 3 months. If you don't like it, if it's too hot, it is hot in the summer. It's crazy. The humidity is amazing. But you can live a nice life on your Social Security, okay, before it's too late. You know, people spend a lot of money to go to Mexico on vacations. They get hotels, which are very, very expensive here. In Mexico, they're very expensive. You go out to eat every day. You spend thousands of dollars. Well, you don't have to do that. If you live there, you're there. You buy your own stuff. You cook your own stuff. Apartments are reasonable. You know, if you spend $600-700 on an apartment per month, you got a great apartment. You know, you really have. And that's what I would recommend doing, especially if you're a couple. If you're single, what do you want? 1-bedroom apartment furnished you can get for $500. You know, you can actually find cheaper if you live in the local neighborhoods. But this is kind of like within a mile or 2 of the beach, and you get a nice little place. Just enjoy yourself, have a good time, walk the streets, put on a backpack, go walking, take your water with you to save dehydration, and just enjoy yourself. You know, enjoying yourself is going down the road in Mexico and looking at artifacts, which there are many. Okay, everything, you know, so many things to see, so much, you know, so many old things to see. You're going to see murals, you're going to see artwork, you're going to see all kinds of things, and hippies everywhere. It's a real gay, it's actually one of the top gay communities in the world. It really is, and it's a lot of fun. If you go to the gay area, it's called Zona Romantica. Just walking the streets there, it's fun. You know, it's something you don't see. Everyone's uninhibited. Everyone's having a good time. Great little restaurants, cafes, bars. Can't beat it, you know. And I'm just listening to the kids over here. Like, it's been very quiet here all afternoon, but now it's getting a little busier after school. So what is it, 4:30 right now? And anyway, so you can do this and retire if you can. Please do yourself a big favor. Okay, you will not regret it. I did it. I'm going back. I'm going to be here probably for a year or two, and I will be heading back. There's no doubt about it. Once my lease is up on my car, yes. Although I can offshoot that lease to maybe my son. Okay, so it's no big deal. It can be done. So I'm just going to say to you, God bless, good night, and I'll be back tomorrow, or maybe later tonight. I'll make another one because I'm enjoying it. I'm getting back into the fold. I don't have a lot to talk about. I'm trying. I really am, and I'm just saying that I've watched Sarasota Tim's videos today. I've been for the first time in weeks, and he's still the same. Happy-go-lucky, nice guy. Lots of detractors, life and vibe, the British lady. Hello, Sarasota Tim, he's done it again, he's doing this, well, that one. And then you've got Grifters Anonymous, that's right. Hey, Sarasota Tim, I saw what he did yesterday. Did you see what he did? He didn't really have that coffee, did he? He went to Walmart, I know he did, I know what he did. He didn't go to Buc-ee's. And you know, he's like always anti-Sarasota Tim. Then you got Dinger, of course, Miss Oil. You have Miss Vicky, Southern lass, Southern gal. Yeah, Sarasota Tim. Yeah. Well, anyway, she's a nice lady. She should have been in Gone with the Wind. That would be her forte, I think. She would do very well in that movie. Anyway, God bless you all and love you all. Please subscribe, press the like button, and I will see you again very soon. And I'm going to give you my last thing, my last joke of the day. I keep saying this. One joke of the day. There was a priest, a rabbi, and there was an imam, which is a Muslim imam. And they're having a friendship round of golf. They're playing golf. Okay, and they're in a hurry. You know, they've got they thought we'd have a quick round, you know, and they get up to the 8th tee. And there's a group in front, and they're playing very slowly, you know. And the priest says, "These idiots, you know, we've got to shoot past them. I've got mass, you know. I have to get mass ready." And the rabbi says, "Yeah, well, I've got to do it too." And the imam says too. You know what we'll do? We'll just shoot over them, okay? It's not fair that they're standing there for 10 minutes having a chat while we're playing golf, and we're on the 8th tee. We've got to get out of here. Just shoot over them. So they did. They all simultaneously took their tee shot, and it went right over everybody's head, and they shouted "4," as you do in the golfing world, and they all got on the ground. Like all 4 players in front got on the ground, okay, and laid there. And actually they couldn't get up, and as the clergymen were walking past, they couldn't actually get up, and they were looking at them. And one guy got up and he says, "I'm disgusted. You are men of the cloth. I'm absolutely disgusted you did that." "Well, why?" "We're in a hurry. We've got to get out of here. You guys are taking too long." He said, "These guys are all blind. They're all blind golfers." And I was just showing them how to actually hit the ball in a certain direction, you know, with the wind velocity and whatever, onto the green. And you guys have ruined our day, okay? They're on the ground now. They were picking them up, and the imam says, "Oh my God, that's terrible." He said, "I'm so upset." And he got on the ground and he prayed to Allah and said, "I'm so sorry, Allah, please forgive me." And the priest said, "You know, when I go back tonight to the church, I'm going to say to the Lord, I'm going to give him 100 Hail Marys, 100 Our Fathers, and I'm just going to say how sorry I am and completely ashamed. And I want to invite these guys to my church every Sunday, and they will be absolutely welcome. And everybody looks at the rabbi, and the rabbi looks at them and he says, couldn't they play at night? I don't know if you like that one or not, but I hope you do. If you can get my dry humor. Couldn't they play at night? God bless you. Love you all. And I will talk to you again tomorrow or later tonight. I'm not sure yet. I'm just having a good time, and it's a great time talking to you guys, okay? Love you all. Bye.